Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm reading Ultimates 2, issue number 5. Guys, this is mind-blowing. What happens here is that we see the Never Queen gives a little recap, and she talks about how the troubleshooters came and started all this and blah, blah, blah. You know, because you've been reading the other 4 issues, right? And maybe even the last volume. Anyway, the idea here is that the troubleshooters were doing great last issue. This issue, all things kind of get reversed, with everything except for Adam Bashir, of course. I really love the way that everybody puts a beating on the troubleshooters. The Ultimates kick some serious butt. My favorite one is actually the first one, where Black Panther, in a thong, a Speedo, basically, beats the heck out of the new Spitfire armor. I love how that happened. That was great. He actually talks about how he used a version of the Wakandan martial arts with a Kunlun variety and a little bit of his own special flavor with some Bruce Lee mixed in there. And since Spitfire revealed, like a dolt, that she uses telekinetic armor, yeah, Black Panther just kicked her in the third eye and the armor fell apart and split. And it's like, okay, so now let's talk. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Love the way that happened. So again, the troubleshooters get defeated and Philip Vost is trying to have a conversation. There was also a quick little preview in here where you got to see his origin story. However brief it was, he was just some army kid who never really had anything good going for him until he volunteered for a psychic program, and then, hey, it turns out he's actually a psychic, so that's cool. So Bashir gets beaten, and he's saying he's got an idea, but he's beaten, mind you, by Rodstvow. Now, saying the name right, wrong, whatever, Rodsvow. So the guy is actually the servant of something else. He infiltrated the troubleshooters, manipulated them, something to that effect. And basically, he was just there to try and stop the one team that had a chance of actually undoing what was being done. All the little distractions with law and order, becoming the one and taking over the in-betweener, all that good stuff. All that was just a distraction for the first firmament. Yes, that is the name of this being that is responsible for chaining eternity. Now, apparently the first firmament existed long before the multiverses started to come into play, which may explain why it was so easy to take out the Living Tribunal, because he exists on all of those realms and what have you. So the idea here is that it looks like we're going to have some being, the first firmament, who's trying to take over again, get rid of all these different multiple Earths and whatnot. Now, will this succeed? Will it not succeed? It's hard to say, because we do have multiple versions of reality and all of that again, and it's expanding again. As the Living Tribunal said, the universe, the multiverse, is young because it just had its own version of a rebirth. Thank you, DC. And yeah, so things aren't necessarily set on track. So if the first firmament does reform, that means that we won't have different versions of the Earth, different alternate realities and time frames and things like that. And it looks like things are going to start coming to a head pretty soon, because the next issue, issue number 6, is actually called Skyfather. Now, this is going to be interesting. Does that mean that we're going to have some Asgardian intervention joining up? Because we got the whole Shi'ar war, and their gods are amongst the most powerful of the gods, and that's what Thor is dealing with right now. Plus the unworthy Thor, he is apparently about to get his hammer. I didn't read that issue yet. I feel like I should have right before I came over here, but it looks like he's about to get his own hammer, and could we get a reformation of the Thor Corps? Because yes, and in that case, can we have Eric Masterson back? Because that would be nice. Guys, I'm getting way off the subject. Either way, looks like new deities formed, destroyed, all that crazy stuff. Guys, I'm going to give this comic an A, because the implications that this gives alone, if this issue weren't as incredible as it was, the implications alone would give this comic an incredible score. So yeah, I am totally down. Can't wait for issue number 6 to come out. I need this in trade paperback. Just saying. All right, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.